So friends, now we are going to discuss a very tricky multiplication which consists of the numbers of all 3's and all 6's. So the numbers which consist all 3's and all 6's. So how to handle the multiplication of those kind of numbers, we will be looking at them right now, right? Suppose if I am multiplying 33 into 33. I know you can do it like 33 whole square, a plus b whole square technique, which we have discussed in the previous videos, I know. But I'll tell you another tricky multiplication method, because these are the numbers which contain all 3's. So first we have to divide the answer into two parts, the right part and the left part I am taking like this. So first we will take the multiplication of the unit digit numbers, u1's place. So 3 into 3, what makes 3 into 3? 3 into 3 is 9. So 9 can be written as 0, 9. 9 can be written as 0, 9. So I am writing 0 here and I am writing 9 here. So I am occupying two places by writing 9 as 0, 9. So on this side I have to write one slot because one number is pending here. On this side I have to write one slot because here also one number is pending here. And remember, both the number of 3's are same. So on this side you have to write one number less, that means that is 8. On this side you have to write one number more than 0, that is 1. So here on this side it is lesser number, on this side it is greater number, right? So the answer will be 1089. Okay, now coming to this part, coming to this area, if I take the same, suppose if I take 3 3's, so suppose if I 333 into 333, 333 into 333, so I am dividing the answer into two parts. So first I am taking the multiplication of the unit digit number, so 3 into 3, that makes 9, 0, 9. Then I have to give two slots, then I have to give two slots. So then I have to give two slots because two numbers are pending here, two slots, 0 and 9. Then I have to put one number less here, 8. Then I have to give one number more here, that is 1. So 110889. So 110889 will be the number. Okay, so 33 into 33 and 333 into, if decimals are there, that's okay, fine. So you know the decimal technique. Suppose 3.3 into 3.3, the decimal will come here. Suppose here, if the decimal is here, if the point is here, here after the point there is one digit, here after the point there are two digits. So obviously in the product, in the answer, there must be three digits after the point. So the point must be here. Point must be here. So this is how we handle the multiplication of numbers which consists all 3's. So even with the decimals also we discussed. Now the same thing applies for 6's also. The same thing applies for 6 also. So let us have a look into that. Friends, now I have taken the case of 6. The same thing applies. I am dividing my answer into two parts. This is the left part and this is the right part. So first I am taking the product of the units place number 6 and 6. It makes 36. 3 and 6 here. So I am writing one number, one slot here and one slot here because one number is pending, and these are, right now we are dealing with equal number of 3's and equal number of 6's in both the cases, right? So here in this part, you know, you write one number less, that means that is 5. In this part we know we write one number more, that is 4. So your answer will be 4, 3, 5, 6. So you can check in your calci if you want. So I am going for this one. So I am dividing my answer in two parts. First I am taking the product of the units place number, 6 into 6, that is 36. This is 3, this is 6. So then I am taking two slots. So here I am taking 5 and here I am taking 4. So here I no need to put 0 here because 6 into 6 will give 36. So both the numbers are occupied, both the slots are occupied with 3 and 6. So the concept is same. So on the right side part you write one number less, on the left side part you write one number greater. So the same thing we have applied for 3 and 6 also. But clearly you can see we have taken equal number of 3's and equal number of 6's. What if the numbers are more or less? One number is more and the digits in one number is greater than the other number, or we can say logically the digits in one number is less than the other number. So we will take that case. Okay. Friends, now we are taking the multiplication with all three numbers, but they are not equal. Here you see there are 2 3's and here there are 3 3's. How we have to do this? Same thing. First we have to take the minimum count. So what is the minimum count? The minimum count is 2. So here the count is 3. So always we have to start with the minimum count of the number. So we have to operate it like just we have two digits first. So first I am taking 3 into 3, that is 0, that is 9 here as usual. So then I have to multiply it like just 2 3s and 2 3s. Minimum criteria should be satisfied first. So first I am taking one slot here and one slot here as usual. Here I put 8 and here I put 1. Now you see how many extra 9s, you got, how many extra 9s you got here, how many extra 3s, sorry, how many extra 3s you got here, how many extra 3s you got, one extra 3. So whatever the number of extra digits you get, that many 9s you have to put in the middle. So for every extra digit you find, you have to put that many 9s in the middle. So your answer will be 10989. So your answer will be 10989. Okay. So now coming to the next one. So here the same thing. Here the minimum criteria is 3. Here the minimum criteria is 3. So it is like I am dividing the, I am multiplying 2 3s here. That makes 0 and 9. That makes 0 and 9. Okay. Now the minimum criteria is 1 digit you have here and 1 digit you have here. And here you write 8 and here you write 1. And how many extra, so minimum criteria I have satisfied. How many extra 3s you got here? How many extra 3s you got here? You got 2 extra 3s. So you have to put 2 9s here. So you have to put 2 9s here. So that's how it goes. So whatever the extra number of digits you got, that many 9s will come in the middle. So in between, we have to insert that many 9s in the middle. Okay. So the same thing goes for 6 also. We will see 2 examples based on that. So friends, now I have taken the case of all 6s. All 6s we can see. So first I will take the minimum criteria. There are 2 6s here. So I will take for 2 6s. So 6, first I am multiplying the units place number 3 and 6. Then as minimum criteria satisfies, I am taking 1 digit here. Here there is 1 digit less I have to write. Here 1 digit more I have to write. Then how many extra 6s you want? How many extra 6 you want? We want how many extra 6 we have. So we have 1 extra 6 that goes here. That is nothing but 9. Okay. That how many extra 6s are there? That means 9s you have to insert in the middle. That we know already. So here we'll take minimum criteria. What is the minimum criteria? So minimum criteria is something like here 6 into 6. First I am multiplying the units place number 3 and 6 as usual. So 1 digit pending here, 1 digit pending here. So this is 5 here, this is 4 here. So here how many extra 6 you got? So there are 3 extra 6. So 9, 9, 9. Okay. So how many extra 6 you got? That means 9, 9, 9. So how many extra digits you have? First you have to take the minimum size number, and according to the minimum criteria, taking the equal number of digits on both the sides we have to operate. So how many extra digits you find on the other number, that many 9s you have to insert in the middle. This is the process. So now the interesting case will be, so you have seen for equal number of 3s, equal number of 6s, unequal number of 3s and unequal number of 6s. Now what happens if on one side there are 3s and other side there are 6s? In that case also we will be seeing what if their number of digits are equal and what if the number of digits are not equal. That case also we will be seeing now. Now friends, we will see such cases where we get on one side we will get 3s and on the other side we will get 6. So here if I get 3, first we will see with the equal case and then we will go for unequal case, right? So here you find 3 here, on the other side we find 6 here. If you see then so 3 and 6 here. So 1 and 8 as you know very well. The same thing, we will insert 9 here. So here 1 digit here and 1 digit here. On this side we write 1 number less, and on this side we write 1 number more. So the answer will be 2178. So the answer will be 2178. So but while coming, so same thing. Suppose if I go for 333 into 666. So remember I am going for equal number of 3s and equal number of 6s. On one side you have got 3 3s, on the other side you got 3 6s. So first I write 18 here. So 1 8. So next we go for 2 slots here. So I write here 1 number less, on the other side we got 1 number more. So 2 2 1 7 7 8 will be the answer. 2 2 1 7 7 8 will be the answer. Okay, now on one side there are 3s and on one side there are 6, and I agree that the number of digits are same on both the sides. What if in this case if number of digits are not same, okay, or not same, or are unequal, right? So we will see that case. So friends, here you got 2 3s and there you got 3 6s, right? So the same thing, insertion of 9s. Okay, so first I'll take the minimum criteria. I'll take 2 3s. So 3 and 6 I'll make, it makes 18. So 1 digit here, 1 digit here. So it is 7 and it is 2 here as per the rule. Now how many extra number of digits here? 1 6 extra you got. So here 2 digits and here 3 digits. So 1 digit extra here. So I am inserting 9. So the beauty here is, if the number of digits are reversed, then also the answer will be same. You can check in your calci if you want. Suppose I am writing here 3 3s and 2 6. 3 3s and 2 6. If you have something like this. So now we can write like 1 8. So minimum criteria I am taking. So 1 digit here, 1 digit here. So it is 7 and it is 2 here. Since we got 1 extra 3, again you have to put 9 here. You can check in your calci. 33 into 666 will give 21,978, and 333 into 66, that also will give 21,978. If decimals are there, we can put decimals. Suppose if the decimals are here, we will put it here. If the decimals are here, so we will put it here. So decimals that you know very well. So decimals, after the decimals, whatever the digits are there, decimals के बाद जो product में multiplication में digits होंगे वो add up हो जाएंगे product में. Okay, so that's how. Suppose I am taking another example. So by changing the number of digits, so I think you can see here. So 6 6 6. So clearly you can see, you will say, sir, first I will take the minimum criteria. So 1 and 8 here. So 1 digit here, 1 digit here. So this is 9 and this is 2. So here there are 2 extra 6s. So 9 9 8. Okay, not only that, that's what I am going to say. Suppose you got 4 3s. Suppose you got 4 3s and 2 6s. Suppose this is the case. 4 3s and then also it will be the same thing. So I'll take first 3 into 6, that is 1 8. So here it goes something like this, 1 8. So here one number more and here one number less, and here one number more. So how many extra 3s here you got? 999. So okay, so this is 7. So 2 1 999 8 2 1. I'm sorry, here I have to write 7. So here you have to write one number less, and here you have to write one number more. So both the cases you will get 219978, 219978. Okay. So clearly, if digits are there, clearly you can put the digits. Suppose the digits are here, you will put here. Decimals are here, you will put here. And if the decimals are here, suppose 3 digits after the points, you will put here. So this is how the multiplication of all 3s and all 6s goes. Okay, so here also in the last we have learned a valid point. So no matter if there are any unequal number, 3 and 6 both are involved, and into that we have got one more issue, that the number of digits are not same. So the number of digit status, even though they are reversed in 6 and 3s, finally the answer will be the same. Friends, now we are going to learn how to multiply any two consecutive even numbers or odd numbers. Any two consecutive even numbers or odd numbers. Multiply any two consecutive even numbers or odd numbers. So not any two consecutive natural numbers, I am talking about any two consecutive even numbers or odd numbers. Suppose you need to multiply 24 and 26. You need to multiply 24 and 26. So what is the technique for it? When you write any two consecutive even numbers or odd numbers, so this is an even number and this is an even number. So definitely in between there will be an odd number. So what is the in between odd number? So 25. So take the in between number, whatever the middle number it is there. So take the in between number, square it and minus 1. Do it by square it and minus 1. That means it is nothing but 625 minus 1, that will be equal to 624. You can check in the calci, the answer will be 624. If you want, I will prove it with smaller numbers which are odd numbers. Suppose 7 into 9. This is an odd number and this is an odd number, consecutive odd numbers. So the technique, 7 into 9 is equal to 63. We will prove it by the technique. So middle number is 8, 8 square minus 1, that means 64 minus 1, that is equal to 63. So okay, so this is the technique. That means take the middle number, square it and minus 1, so you will get the answer. So whatever any two consecutive even numbers they can be, or any two consecutive odd numbers they can be, this is the technique we use. Now, where exactly in the questions, in the exams, how the questions will be given, how actually you can apply it, now we will be learning that point, okay? Okay, suppose in an exam, it is given 5.99 into 6.01. 5.99 into 6.01. So, if you remove the decimals, you can clearly see 599 into 601. 599 into 601. These are nothing but two consecutive odd numbers, right? This is an odd number and this is also an odd number. So, what is the technique that we use? The middle number is 600. We square 600 and minus 1. We square 600 and minus 1. So, squaring of 600 square, 36, and 4 zeros will come here. So, minus 1. So, minus 1. So, minus 1 clearly I am writing here. So, minus 1. So, what will be the result of this? So, 35999. So, in this way we can use this. So many areas it is very useful. So, whenever decimals are there, so clearly I am writing decimals here. After the point there are two numbers here. After the point there are two numbers here. So, in the product after the point there should be 4 numbers. So, I will put point here. 35.999 will be the answer. So, in this way, so decimal multiplications also very easily we can multiply or solve by using this technique. Okay. Now friends, we will be seeing how to multiply any two consecutive natural numbers. Any two consecutive natural numbers. So, any two consecutive natural numbers, that means 24 into 25. Okay, 24 into 25. So, everybody knows that 24 into 25 is equal to 600. So, but there is a technique here with simple numbers I am trying to explain. Here 25, any two consecutive natural numbers. So, definitely, okay, I agree that one number will be even number, another number will be odd number, but as far as the value is concerned, one number will be the least number and another number will be the highest number. So, there are two ways of solving these kind of multiplications. Either you can do least number square plus least number, or highest number square minus highest number. Highest number square minus highest number. That means highest number square minus, that means you can see like this, 24 square plus 24 you can do, or else 25 square minus 25 you can do. That means you can write like 576 plus 24, or you can write like 625 minus 25. So, both the answers will be equal to 600 only. Both the answers will be equal to 600 only. So, we can prove it with a small number also, no problem. Suppose if you are doing it 7 into 8. So, 7 into 8 means clearly what I am writing here, 7 square plus 7 you can do, or 8 square minus 8 also you can do. So, 7 square plus 7 is equal to 49 plus 7. And 864 minus 8. So, both will lead to the same answer called as 56. So, this is the technique that we use. This is the technique that we use if you want to multiply any two consecutive natural number. The previous case is how to multiply any two consecutive even numbers or odd numbers. What is the technique for that? Take the middle number, square it and minus 1. So, this is for multiplying any two consecutive natural numbers. So, how to apply this in the exam, how the questions, how the multiplications will be given, particularly in the exams where Calc is not allowed to you. Now, I will be discussing an example. Now, there is a question like this. Suppose they have given you 600 into 599. 600 into 500. I told you two techniques. Highest number square minus highest number, or least number square plus least number. See here, this is least number and this is highest number. So, 600 is a round figure, highest number is a round figure. So, here the easy way is to take the highest number. So, I am using highest number square minus highest number. So, 600 square minus 600. So, what is 600 square? That is 36, 4 zeros will come here, minus 600. Okay, so 0, 0. So, 10 minus 6, 4, this is 9, this is 5. Okay. So, here this is how we use it. Here I use it highest number square minus highest number. Suppose if the same question is given something like this, 600 into 601. 600 into 601. But here the same thing, But on the other side I have given, but here 601 is the highest number and 600 is the lowest number. So here we will take the lowest number technique, that means least number square plus least number, that means 600 square plus 600 I will take. So 36 4 zeros will come here, so plus 600 I am doing. So what will be the answer? The answer is something like this. So depending on the situation, whatever it is easy. Here 600 has become highest number, so I have taken the highest number square minus highest number. But here 600 is the least number, so I have taken the technique called least number square plus least number square. Depending on the situation, we have to select the suitable and easiest way of solving the multiplication. I hope you understood these techniques. Thank you.